On a humid summer evening, Jasmine, a hard-working single mother, drove home after a double shift. Her young son slept in the back seat, clutching his stuffed bear. All she wanted was to get him home safely, but flashing blue lights filled her rearview mirror. Two police cruisers pulled her over on a quiet street. The officers approached with smug expressions, one tapping his flashlight against her window. "License and registration," the taller one demanded, his tone sharp. Jasmine handed over her documents without hesitation. Everything was in order, yet the officers circled her car, muttering, looking for reasons to escalate. "Step out of the vehicle," the second one barked, ignoring her son's frightened whimpers. Jasmine took a deep breath, steadying her voice. She'd faced tough situations before, but this felt different. They weren't treating her as a mother, just as a target. "Ma'am, if you don't cooperate, we'll impound the car," the taller officer threatened, reaching for the door handle. Jasmine's patience snapped. She pulled out her phone, dialed the number she rarely used, and spoke calmly. "Dad, it's happening again." There was silence on the other end for a moment. Then a gravelly voice replied, "Stay put." Minutes later, headlights cut through the night as a black SUV screeched to a halt behind the police cruisers. The doors opened, and out stepped a broad-shouldered man in tactical boots, his presence commanding the air itself. Colonel Marcus King, retired Delta Force commander, a man whose name carried weight in military and law enforcement circles alike. The officer stiffened, suddenly unsure. Marcus walked forward with measured steps, his gaze like steel. "Is there a problem with my daughter?" he asked, his voice low but lethal. One officer stammered, trying to explain, but Marcus cut him off. "I know harassment when I see it, and I know your commanding officer personally. Do you want me to make this call?" The street went dead silent. The cops exchanged glances, their arrogance dissolving into fear. Without another word, they returned her license and backed away. Jasmine exhaled, her son still clutching her hand. Marcus placed a reassuring arm around his daughter, his presence a shield. That night, the officers learned the hard way that the woman they tried to intimidate was not alone. She was protected by one of the most feared warriors the military had ever produced.